Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Aaron. As always, I hope everybody's having a lovely day and that everyone's well and okay. So in this video I want to talk to you guys about ungroundedness during a spiritual awakening but in my personal experience, a Kundalini awakening. I want to talk about how I deal with it on a day-to-day basis and the challenges that come with it, the symptoms, and kind of exactly what I mean by ungroundedness. The kinds of things I can help, the kinds of things I make it worse, and how that kind of changes on a day-to-day basis, really. So I felt inspired to make this video today because I've been suffering with ungroundedness for like 2 years pretty much now, but the past couple of weeks I've been like really ungrounded, just like all the time really. And the things that I do to manage my ungroundedness, they kind of seem to not really to be working as well as they used to. And I just feel like I'm not completely there, like I'm kind of half in my body and half out of my body. And my body just feels like a dormant vessel, like if people like communicate with me, I'm just like staring, I'm just not completely there. It's like I'm aware and in this body, but I'm not able to fully operate, and it's like all of my personality and all of my mannerisms and all of my like persona is not completely in this body. It's like it's somewhere else. It's like my soul is not completely in this body. It's off somewhere else, doing something else somewhere. And that makes it really difficult to function. It kind of makes me feel quite anxious and self-conscious and nervous and quite unable to deal with the world, and it kind of just feels completely pointless me being here if I'm not able to fully interact with the world and not fully be here. It just feels completely pointless. My mind will struggle to kind of retain focus on certain things. My mind will kind of go blank. And it's just really difficult to kind of to do things, like right now as I'm making this video, it's like it feels like my mind's kind of like jumping to one thing and then going blank, and then it'll jump to another thing and then go blank. It's like there's no continuity between things. It's just one thing or another, or it's nothing. It's so surreal. And it makes it quite difficult to go outside and to go to work and to make these videos, because I'm just not able to fully interact with the world, and it's confusing. It's confusing and it's disorientating, and sometimes it makes me feel like I'm living in a dream and that nothing's real and that everything's just an illusion, which I guess it is, but it's like it kind of feels like the line between like dream and reality is kind of like it's like blurred a little bit. And yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. But if you've experienced this and you experience this, you know exactly what I mean. You just feel spaced out and zoned out and just, yeah, as if your mind's just, it isn't working properly, or that your mind is broken in some way. It's just so surreal. And it's definitely a common symptom during a Kundalini awakening. Just with all of this high vibrational energy going through our bodies, it's kind of, it's hard to ground and to integrate all of these energies onto planet Earth. Some of the things I will do to make myself feel grounded is I will eat plenty of food. It's like, I guess you've got to find like a balance there, because if you eat too much food, then you just feel weighed down and you just feel shit. But at the same time, if you don't eat enough food, then you feel like everything that I've just described. And some days you'll feel more ungrounded than others, and some days you'll feel more grounded than others. And a big one for me is the cold. It's been quite breezy and stuff where I live, and it's just like, it's been really difficult for me to go outside. Like, because I just don't see the point of me going outside if I can't really fully be outside, because I'm not in my body. It's like, what's the point? What's the point of going out for a walk if you're not taking in like the walk? It's like, it's completely pointless. It's frustrating, because I just want to, it's like, even when my body feels like I've got like energy and stuff like that, which I do now, and like creative kind of juices flow, and it's like I feel like I just can't really give it out as I think I should. And it's frustrating, and it makes me not able to speak to people properly. It's just, it's like, and with me having the stutter, it makes the stutter, it's easier for me to stutter, because there's not like the life force behind the words I'm speaking, so it's kind of like, it's timid, you know? Yeah. It's surreal. Yeah, so some more things that help me is a warm shower or a warm bath. They help as well. So kind of like, cold is kind of ungroundedness, and warmth is kind of groundedness. So I can't really have cold showers or anything like that, because it's just like, I'm just not in my body for hours afterwards. So it's just pointless. As I said with food, fasting, I can't really fast, because it's just like, it's just extremely ungrounded. I need that density from food to keep me planted here on Earth. Certain foods, like if I eat too much sugar, like say if I eat too much fruit, that'll kind of like make me go like ungrounded in a way. Yeah, the meditation, I can't really meditate as much as I would like to. Well, I can't really meditate at all, because one, it overstimulates Kundalini for me. It kind of intensifies Kundalini. It's very spiritual energy focusing, and that's kind of the opposite of what we need during a Kundalini awakening. We kind of need to ease off on the spiritual focusing. And yeah, as I say, it's really ungrounding. It kind of makes my soul and my aliveness kind of go somewhere else that's not on earth and not in this body. And that just kind of happens quite naturally. Is there anything else off the top of my head, if I could think properly? Oh my god. I think exercise is really good for groundedness. Like going for like a jog and stuff like that, but sometimes we feel so exhausted and so weird and overwhelmed physically by Kundalini that going for a jog isn't the best thing for us. I've found I used to be able to jog a lot easier earlier in my awakening, but now it kind of feels like it intensifies things. If I jog, yeah, it's quite difficult for me. And weights as well, I can't really lift any weights anymore. I used to earlier in my awakening, but as I say, it's overwhelming physically. It intensifies things. So yeah, it's just frustrating, it's annoying, it's confusing, it's disorientating, yeah, and maybe like the best thing for me to do is to just try and get on with my life as best as possible, and to just kind of just surrender and accept the fact and embrace the fact that I'm going to be ungrounded, and try not to judge it as much, and try to really just go forward with the things that I would like to do and the things I feel like I need to do regardless. If I'm feeling spacey or zoned out, and kind of just try to master it in a way, I guess. And then kind of just to go with the flow of it. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the guidance that's been coming through, I guess, in a way. And I think me personally, I have quite a personality where I try to fix things. I'll try to fix like Kundalini intensity, I'll try to fix like ungroundedness. And maybe I just need to surrender to the fact more and just embrace it and just allow it to move through and just to do the best that I can, Maybe that's the teaching in this lesson. Maybe that's the teaching in this video for us all to try to adhere by. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything that needs to be said, I think. But yeah, please let me know your experience with this, guys. Please let me know if there's anything in particular that helps you, and yeah, I would love to know any tips. I would love to know some advice. And as always with my videos, I would like to go more in depth into things properly as much as I can. But at the moment, like, with ungroundedness and sensitivities and stuff, it's quite difficult for me to do so. So I'm just trying to make videos on the fly and just kind of naturally, and just kind of allowing things to come through as they need to. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking before I ramble on. Yeah, Right, I love you guys. I hope this video's been of value and relatable to you. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys. See you later.